Karpagavalli Palani, lifestyle coach, sports nutritionist, completed masters in food service management and dietetics. More than 7 years experience in holistic nutrition, sports nutrition and weight management. Please welcome Madam.
Health and all that. So thank you, Anika, for welcoming me. It's a nice group of panel. I'm so happy that, so many people are so interested for, fitness and health and all that. Nice. And you too, in this age, you have so much of interest for fitness and health. Yeah.
So basically, we're going to be asking 15 questions. Some of them are related towards women's health and some of them are more general. So
okay.
Before we begin, is there anything else we'd like to say?
Don't give me very hard questions, so I might fail. Okay. Okay.
So, the first question for you is the dietary requirements the same for men and women?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Women's are always special, We need a lot of extra fat. Okay. So when it compared to men and women, definitely men need more of muscle-based things like, a lot of protein and stuff like that. But when it comes to women, we need extra good fats. When you take overall, the RDA only keep changing. Like when I say RDA, it's dietary recommendation. Okay. So that keeps changing. It's just not about men and women. It keeps changing when compared to the age. Okay. From the childhood, you attend your puberty, then going to adulthood, then old age, everything, it keeps changing. So to answer you very straight, women need a lot of things extra because they have the special phases like, puberty, menstruation, pregnancy, lactation, menopause, a lot of stages we go through, right? So that's why we need extra nutrients in these stages. Otherwise, everything is same. Based on the physical activity people do, the dietary needs keep.
Question for you. There's this myth about women needing less calories than men. Is that true or false?
Say that again.
Is it true that women need lesser calories than men for in their diet?
No, not at all. It is not about the gender at all. It is completely, the calories is always about the physical activity the person does. Okay. So if a woman is really very active, then she might need more calorie than a man who's not working a lot, just sitting in a chair, like more of a sedentary lifestyle. If he has that time, women need extra calories. So calories doesn't matter men or women. It matters on the lifestyle. When I say lifestyle, the physical activity the ex-person is getting involved in.
Okay. Yeah. And our next question for you is, what are some foods that you would suggest that can help women cope with hormonal swings during their menstrual cycle?
Okay, that's called as PMS, premenstrual syndrome, correct? Yeah. So we term it as a nice terminology, right? So we want a lot of comfort food. See, this is, there are a lot of foods actually, Anika. So when I say a comfort food, especially during this PMS, something which is in caffeine. Okay, when I say caffeine, it can be dark chocolates, it can be coffee. It is something which that ex-person like, they can go with that. Okay, there is no specific food. I might like even a plate of biryani. Okay, so I can go with that. Or some people will like a piece of cucumber. Okay, so that is a comfort food for that. So to answer your question, during the PMS, comfort food is good. When it comes to hormonal balance during the PMS, always a lot of good fats. Okay, so what we need to relate is always women is equal to good fats. We can term it that way. We need a lot of good fats to comfort our hormones. Hormones is completely made up of all fats. Okay, so which one is good in fats, like your nuts, your seeds, your avocados, your ghee, your good, I mean, when I say ghee, desi ghee, organic ghee, okay, healthy, good source of butter, all these are comfort foods, especially to maintain your hormones. So the easy sources is always seeds and nuts. Okay, so that's why we keep telling women when they have the irregular cycle or something, we tell them that to do seed cycling. Okay, we ask them to do seed cycling based on the cycle they have. 14 days of seeds, or one set of seeds, and another 14 days of another set of seeds.
Okay. And I think similar to this question, so I know I would like to consider myself an active teenager. So for people like me, what would you suggest as like good food for a teenager?
Okay, people like you, I've crossed your age and I came to this age. So what I should say is, don't look into the mirror and eat. Okay, please consider your energy level. Please consider your needs and start eating. Because when I meet girls like you, especially who are into athletes, I mean sport, those are the girls I usually meet, especially these teenagers who are into volleyball or tennis or basketball, anybody. Okay, they are very, very concerned about the structure or something like that. Okay, so what you guys need to do is, definitely you guys need to healthy the foods that are hormonal friendly. Okay, when I say hormonal friendly, Anika, it is not that you should not eat pizza or you should not eat junk at all. No, I'm not saying that. You guys can eat, but in a moderation. Definitely a lot of other stuff like nuts and other homemade stuff. Okay, in a balance. So always again, this might, like when we talk about women and hormones, the fats is the only term we might keep on repeatedly hearing. Okay, especially when I say fats, people should not misunderstand me. It is good fats. Okay, the food that is going to increase our good cholesterol, which is our HDL, right? So those are the foods that you guys can concentrate, and definitely your iron. Okay, a lot of teenagers miss out on those iron-rich foods because you guys, this age, you guys go through the menstruation and all that trauma which is happening in the body. So you guys need a lot of iron-rich foods. When I say iron-rich foods, people immediately ask me, "Is that dates?" No, guys, dates is not at all a good source of iron. So a lot of other stuff like beetroot can be a good source. Pomegranate, drumstick leaves. If you are a non-vegetarian, you can choose other options from the non-veg. So these are the types of iron-rich foods that you guys need to concentrate. Okay. Apart from this, of course, something which gives you very glowing skin. All that is very important. So those are the stuff also you guys can concentrate.
So I think actually like in social media and all, the weight loss industry is very like directed towards teenage girls and women in general. So there are a lot of like myths going around about like weight loss teas and pills. So what is your opinion on that?
Definitely not. It's a shortcut. Okay. If a person know me, I'm completely no to any shortcut, any age for that matter. Okay. The shortcuts is not consistent. Like you cannot maintain it consistently. Okay. It is the only short time of duration. So any pills or any meal replacement or any fancy stuff for that matter is not a really safe thing. Okay. It has a lot of side effects. So if you want to lose weight, you have to follow a good lifestyle. That's it. It is not a magic. Okay. So you don't need a magical pill. People ask me, okay, can you give me a pill that, I will get into that shape or, I can perform well or everything goes away from my body. No, there is no magical pill like that. It is all, the magical pill is lifestyle change, which you are doing consistent. That's the magical pill. Okay, if you are into a lifestyle change which is healthy and if you can follow it consistently, then I think you can reach that goal. You don't need any pills or any drink, putting into the one glass of water or some kind of a liquid and you drink it and you get into that shape. No, there is nothing like that. If there is something like that, then the whole world will run behind that, right? So no. And there are some products which is coming in, Anika, but definitely it is not safe. Okay, so it has a lot of side effects. So yeah. I am not for it, definitely. I don't advise anybody.
I think one drink that we all know that is good for us is water, for sure. I think we all hear that water is good all the time, but why exactly is it that we need to stay hydrated all the time? Like, why is it so important?
Water, when we say water, some people take it like, too much. They keep on drinking. I don't know why. People say you need to drink 4 or 5 liters, 6 liters. They have accounts. They have a watch app which is giving them a reminder, come on, drink your water, right? So no, the alarm is your thirst signal. Okay, that's the alarm. If you attend that, that's more than enough. Okay, so that's the main thing about water. So when we talk about water, Anika, it's an important macronutrient. Okay. So when we say about protein, carbs, and fat, and all the names, right? So like that, water is also a macronutrient. So that's the reason it is very important. And that's the only thing which will keep your cell hydrated. You want your skin to be glowing, you need water. You want your fat to be out of your system, which is your extra fat to be out of your system, you need water. So every single mechanism, like when I say mechanism, all the functioning in the body. I don't want to get into too much of science. It might be boring for some people. So every science which is happening inside a body, you need water. Okay. So that's the reason water is very important, but there is no upper limit, lower limit for water. It is just the thirst signal that you have to attend to it. And that's it. You don't wait for the thirst to happen. Keep drinking. That's it.
Okay. So you're saying that there is no like particular exact amount of water you need to have per day, but just when
Not at all. Not at all. It depends on the temperature. Sometimes the temperature is very hot, you might drink 3 liters. Sometimes the temperature is very low, and you might even, if you won't drink even half a liter. It is not that it's wrong, but some people will just wait for the thirst to come in, and then only they will go take the water bottle and drink. Don't do that. Okay. Just keep on attending to the thirst. I would say keep a water bottle always next to you. Carry it next to you. That's the only thing that you can, do and keep yourself hydrated. And water is not only the source to hydrate yourself. Like, you keep drinking other stuff also, and foods that you consume. Like, some vegetables which have a lot of water content in it. So you need to target on those kind of stuff also. You cannot just focus H2O.
Okay. So a slightly unrelated question. What are foods that help with pregnancy, keep having a healthy pregnancy, and foods to avoid during pregnancy?
Okay. So when we talk about pregnancy, that's something very special to women, right? So that's a stage where, too much of pampering happens, too much of advice happens from elders, do this, do that, don't eat this, don't eat that. And there is too much of craving for women also, right? So one say is moderation in everything is okay. That's what I would say to anybody who's pregnant, because see, that's a stage that's very special for women. They might need something, they might have a lot of cravings. So, say for example, if they have a sweet craving and you know that sweet is not healthy, you cannot tell that women, please don't have sweets. It's so partial, you cannot do that. And also, since the woman is pregnant, you cannot tell her, okay, chill, come on, have a lot of sweets. No, that's also not right. Okay. So it has to be in the balance, anything. But on priority, always pregnancy, iron-rich foods, a lot of protein-rich foods should be on priority, like on top. Okay, there should be some amount of protein every day, like having a dal or a sprout or a sundal or something to do with something. If you're a vegetarian that way, or if you're non-vegetarian the other way, definitely iron-rich foods. Like, when I already said that, I think a lot of dry foods and stuff like that. Yeah. So these are the two things which is very, very important during the pregnancy, and it keeps changing on the trimester basis. See, first you can split pregnancy as three stages. Okay, first, second, and third. First, you don't need much because That's a stage where you don't need too much of calories and all that. Second stage is little crucial. You might need additional calories and additional additional nutrients. So you need more of everything. Okay. So like on the whole, 350 plus of your calories you might need. And the third trimester, you might need 450 calories extra. So in that 450 calories itself, the extra nutrients of all the iron, calcium, protein, everything comes in. So this is what a pregnant woman is like, there is a need of everything. When we say no, okay, definitely whatever is no to me, whatever is no to you, that is a no for her also, a pregnant woman also. When we say no, oily foods, a lot of junk is not advisable. It is not that they should not touch. They can have it once in a while. See, there are a lot of saying like, papaya is not good. Pineapple is not good. See, these are all myths. But if you ask me, is it okay to give a pregnant woman a piece of papaya? Will it cause something, any harm? Definitely a piece of papaya will not do anything. But since it's an old saying, a lot of our ancestors keep on mentioning on that. I would say just one papaya will not make any kind of advantage. So please don't try it. If something happens, the elders will come and blame you. Oh, you ate that papaya. That's why this happened. So avoid that kind of a confusion. There are some old sayings, so better to stay with that. Other foods are there, so please concentrate. Okay.
Okay. And another question for you is, apparently there's this myth that weight gain during menopause is inevitable. Is this true? And what are some foods that you can eat to help cope with menopause in older women?
Okay. See, menopause is something like a stage where there is some good amount of estrogen. Okay, that's the hormone, which is your sex hormone in the body for women. Have a kind of a difference. Okay, estrogen and progesterone. These are the two hormones. Okay, so this get varied. So that's why the menopause starts. So when this kind of a variation happens, there is a little bit of weight gain. It is not that compulsory every woman will gain weight. But then if you take a research or, if you take a percentage type, a higher amount of women are gaining weight. As per science, at least 5 kg weight is a default thing which happens. That's what people say. But in reality, if your hormones are well maintained, okay, when your hormones will get maintained, if you are into a good lifestyle, when I say lifestyle, if you are eating a very balanced diet with a proper physical activity, then you might have a proper hormones. Okay, so then your menopause might be little pleasant with a little bit of weight gain. Okay, not a drastic difference. Okay, you can avoid that. But definitely for anybody, there will be some kind of alteration in the weight during menopause. It is not because the way they eat, it is because of the hormonal change that's happening in the body. Okay, so what kind of foods is definitely helpful for them will be a lot of calcium rich foods. Okay, during menopause, so if I am 42, I should be from that time 40 plus. So I should be little aware, like careful with my food intake when it comes to compared to calcium, because in another 5 years or it can be 10 years, it depends. Okay, it is not there is no fixed timing for menopause. Some people will have from 45. Some people will have from 50, right? So if you start seeing the symptom, please take care of your calcium needs. When I say calcium, definitely calcium with vitamin D. Okay, so if you do these two things in the right quantity and if you can maintain these two levels, your menopause can be little pleasant and good. More than weight gain, menopause is a condition where you see a lot of mood swings than weight gain.
And are there any good sources of calcium, or is that mainly with supplements?
Of course. See, this is again, I don't want to get into that kind of a controversy straight, because I'm a person who's completely say no to milk, because milk is full of antibiotics. That's what I would say, because the packed milks, when I say, if you have a good source of milk which doesn't have a lot of antibiotics, then go for a glass of milk. Definitely milk is a good source of calcium, but there are a lot of other sources of calcium apart from milk. Okay, so when you take your drumstick leaves, it's really loaded with calcium. Okay, agatti leaves, but we underrate it. People will give it to cow than we eat, right? That is being given to cows. That's why they say a good amount of milk. It's a rich source of calcium, so you can eat a lot of agatti leaves to get that good amount of calcium levels. Okay, sesame seeds, we call it L in Tamil. Okay, so L, which is sesame seeds, that is also loaded with calcium. Curry leaves, which we always discard in our foods, no? The karvepala we call, that is also loaded with calcium. Chana dal, okay, rajma, these are the stuff which is top rated. This is something, these are the foods which is like, above levels than milk. Like, if 100 grams of milk gives you 120 mg of calcium, but the list which I gave you will give you plus 300 mg of calcium in 100 grams. Right? So top priority is drumstick leaves, agatti leaves, sesame seeds, curry leaves. So if you guys going to include all this, your calcium is taken care without milk. And you still can maintain your hormonal well-being.
Okay. And is this intense exercise the only way to lose weight, and like avoiding eating junk food and anything that you might possibly enjoy, like a treat or ice cream or something?
End of the day, I'm a human being, so I will eat what I want. Even if anybody tell me that no, you should not eat it, then I will eat that only. That's the human mentality, right? So, no to anything is not a great idea. First, to answer your question, intense anything is not right. Okay, optimal anything is right. Okay, optimal exercise. When I say optimal, it is the right right duration, right intensity, right of everything. So exercise, right intensity, the right way will help you to lose weight. There are so many people I've seen, like, they do really, really intensive workout, like 1.5 hours, 2 hours. They just want to get into that clothes. Okay. For that, they just work out for even 2 hours or plus 2 hours to get into the clothes or get into the shape or whatever it is. But they will start crying or cribbing about not losing weight. The reason is because your body will get very sensitive, resistant to certain amount of the functioning if you overdo it. Okay, so always the right exercise duration is very important. Okay, so intensive workout will definitely not help you. Right amount of workout will help you. And also, when you talk about workout, I can also add here, there are a lot of people who have this understanding, only cardio will help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like that. Please, women here, we guys need to get into that mode of lifting weights. We need to lift weights. Because that's a very, very important thing to have a good hormonal well-being. Okay, so weights with a good amount of cardio is a good thing for maintaining a good weight or whatever lifestyle.
I think another common thing that you see, like in the weight loss industry, is that you can spot reduce fat. Like they say that you can just do this exercise for 2 weeks and you can like remove all of your belly fat. And
Yeah.
you see those things on the internet. Why do you not?
Yeah, we call that as a spot reduction. Okay, so people will come to me and ask me, what, Bhavani, I have belly fat. I just want to reduce that belly fat. Is that possible? I'll like what spot reduction? Is it? It's not. It's a myth. Okay, I want to lose just my arms. I want to lose this, that. No, it's not like that. It's your overall body. Okay, so you're working out. You are on a diet. Okay, where the extra fat is, that needs to go away from the body. Okay, that's how the body will react also. So you cannot expect any kind of spot reduction for that matter. Okay, so that is again a big myth. Spot reduction is a big myth. So you need to work completely for the top to toe. Okay, provided it is diet or exercise, matters the same.
Okay. And there's also this another myth that goes around that white colored foods are supposedly bad for health. Some people say that rice, flour, sugar, salt, dairy is supposedly bad. Is it something to do with white, or is it just those foods?
It's not about the color. When we say white, see, of course, refined. Well, we can name it this way than the color, like how human beings are not supposed to, termed in the name of color, like dark or light or something like that. Foods should also not be termed in the color base, like white, brown, or anything for that matter. What I would say is refined foods is not healthy. Okay. So if you take rice is definitely, and especially white rice, guys. Here, a lot of people, I don't know here, but a lot of people have this idea about shifting um, from white rice to something else. I don't know why they do it. They say, I have high blood sugar and if diabetes, or I have want to lose weight or this or that and that. I will forget the white rice. Why you need to do that? Definitely no need to do that. Rice is the best cereal which doesn't cause any kind of inflammation to the body. Okay, so rice is something very good. You can do. It's a very friendly cereal, I would say. But when you say maida, when we say maida is a refined, so we need to know the refined thing. Okay, so maida, white sugar, all these are refined, but white rice is not refined. So when you talk about white color doesn't matter. The refined, the process, the uh, methods that the cereal get into, that matters, not the color. Definitely, paneer, milk, cheese, all these are good stuff. It is not that you need to avoid all these. If the source of the milk and the paneer and cheese is good, you can go with it.
Okay.
So to answer you, refined stuffs are not okay, not the white colored stuff.
Mhm. No, it's kind of interesting because there's brown sugar which we think is good and white sugar we think is bad. We have brown rice thinking it's good and white rice thinking it's bad.
See, I'll tell you what. Definitely, you need to take it this way. You need to take it rice, sugar differently, separately. Okay. So if we talk about rice and if we talk about brown rice and white rice, definitely good amount of fiber is there in brown rice, and there is good amount of B12 is there in white rice. I mean, sorry, brown rice. But there is something called as arsenic. Okay, which is a anti-nutrient which is there higher amount in brown rice, which causes a lot of inflammation. So we need to think, we need to customize on person to person. You cannot blindly give everybody brown rice. There will be a lot of people who get a lot of bloating when they have brown rice. So we need to see that. So we need to check. Okay. When you say sugar, always white sugar is not safe because it goes through a lot of refined process, correct? Lot of addition of chemicals is there. So that's why no to white sugar. Otherwise, jaggery, brown sugar, palm sugar, everything is sugar. Everything is going to give you glucose. The end product is the same, but the content in that it changes. Like if you have 1 tablespoon of white sugar, your glucose level will go high like this in 5 minutes. If you have brown sugar, it will take 8 minutes. That's it. But the level will go high. So
Yeah.
that's the reason it is better. Okay. So yeah.
Okay. And what exactly are meal plans and how can a person benefit from having a meal plan set for them?
See, having a meal plan and is good. Okay. But generalized meal plan is not going to work. Okay. So you are going to an expert and you getting a meal plan which is given to everyone. Please don't use that meal plan. I would say that. If you are going to an expert and you are getting a customized meal plan just for you, your body needs, that expert understand your body needs what you need and it's custom made, then meal plan helps a lot of ways, especially attending to your deficiency for that matter and all that, and especially giving a lot of ideas. Okay, we might have that one boring ideas of just eating rice or this or that and all that, but when you get a meal plan, you will have a lot of ideas and you will also gain a lot of knowledge. That's very important. So with me, my clients always, I think they gain more knowledge than getting into that so-called meal plan. We keep updating them about this is right, this is not right. So you get a lot of other informations also. So meal plan, customized meal plan is very important, and it's very useful also, not the generalized ones.
So to conclude our discussion, what are 5 things you think you should have in a kitchen for maintaining a healthy lifestyle and diet?
Okay, so first thing is oils, I would say. Please stop using refined oils. Okay, have good stuff like the cold pressed ones. So to say in another way, the oils which is from seeds. Okay, the sesame seed, the mustard seeds, all these oils are healthy. Okay, so you need to stock your kitchens with these kind of good stuff. Okay, when it comes to oil. And the next one you can say, and please keep your kitchen away from the refined stuff. Like when I say refined stuff, refined flour, refined cereals, rava, vermicelli, all these are refined stuff. Okay, so you can stay away from these things. Stock up whole grains, rice, wheat, whole grains which is not processed. That's much healthier. Okay. The third thing is definitely ghee, good ghee. Okay. People who knows me always say, please have good ghee. All 3 meals. Definitely yes. A good quality ghee is a compulsory thing in your cooking. Okay. And stock your kitchen with a lot of good nuts and seeds. Okay. If you're hungry, please don't grab a biscuit. If you're hungry, please don't grab a handful of nuts. So that will give you a better satiety. Did I came to 5?
Topic, what do you think are some good snacking foods to have in between meals?
Definitely nuts, Sanika. Undoubtedly nuts, but it might be boring. Sometimes people ask me, Bhavani, please give me some other options. Definitely there are other options. The local available peanuts, okay. The roasted chana dal is a good stuff. And nuts are good stuff. Seeds are good snacking. Makhanas, we call it as a lotus seeds, the white balls. That is a good healthy snacking. And cut vegetables. Definitely fruits. And again, when it comes to fruits, you should not overdo fruits. Fruits is a very healthy food, but if we overdo, the end product of fruit is sugar. Okay. So we cannot overdo fruits because that will also make you to gain a lot of weight. So that is also one thing. So best stacking in between is always nuts and seeds. The snack, which is something rich in protein. Okay, why we snack is to maintain the hunger level, right? So if you have a protein rich snack, that will help you to maintain your hunger level. It gives you good satiety. So we need to choose a snack, something which is rich in protein. Then we go into a fruit or something again which is rich in carbs. Like a lot of people have I don't know biscuits, poha, like that. So again, these are stuff which is rich in carbs, not